Psalm 127:3. Children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward from Him. This suggests children are a precious gift from God to be valued and cared for.
In the United States, a child a minute is taken into DHS, CPS, and so on custody. The reality is their pics are already selected, you just don't know it. Being perfect no longer matters. It's what the adopting families are looking for.
Who is it stealing the children, you ask?
From caseworker to the White House, the buck stops at all levels, just not where it is supposed to be. The services your family needs, we the people have paid for to ensure your reunification. Title 4 says, reunify at all costs. United, we stand means nothing to us when it comes to family values. Children are being ripped away from their families. Parents are reverting to addictive behaviors to cover the pain. The trauma caused by child removal is just being recognized, and the results are atrocious. Termination of parental rights is not healthy for anyone, just profitable for the people enforcing the line.
It's time Washington listens to the cries of our children, the wails of their mothers, and the rage growing in the fathers. These are our children. Keep your damn hands off them. We are coming to act on the behalf of the children God gave us to protect, and you kidnapped.
Who has been torn away from their security blanket, their parents, the ones who stopped the boogeyman from terrorizing the nights and curing their boo-boos when they scrape their knees. Now just imagine how they must feel when the CPS meant to protect them tears them away from their supposed abusers and places them with strangers who have zero comforting skills. They need to be calm. They are confused, lost, panicked, and needing their parents, but CPS took them away for the purpose of saving them. The kids don't even know why, and they are told that the parents they attach to no longer want them. What do you think that does? Do you think that this is how protecting children is supposed to look? Abolish CPS.
And good evening, everybody. I hope you're having a fabulous weekend. I just got off work and just got home not too long ago and took a shower, so I wanted to say I'm sorry for being a little bit late. Usually I start right at 9, but I was running a little bit behind tonight. So I'm going to get started with the show. I know there ain't that many here right at the moment. I didn't send anyone a link tonight because I figured I would discuss a little bit about my case and what's going on. I don't get to really talk much about it, and I haven't explained a lot of it. So let me grab my phone and I will go into detail with you guys about what I have been up to, what I am doing, the progress that I am making in my case. Where did I put my cell phone? Oh, there it is. So I was going over this thing that Ashley had sent me of the writ of error, and I found some interesting stuff in there, and I reused it. I'm waiting to actually hear something back. So I'm currently waiting to find out what he thinks of it. But this is what I put. and I want to read it to you guys so you guys can kind of comment and say what you think. Um, but I sent this to my attorney today. Writ of error and petition for declaration of void ab initio. Introduction. Comes now the petitioner, Vincent Torrey, respectfully submits this writ of error to challenge the actions of the Cumberland County Courthouse and District Attorney's Office as void ab initio. This petition concerns the unlawful arrest of petitioner which occurred without due process in violation of petitioner's fundamental constitutional rights. The fact that this case is based on hearsay and coercion by another party who injected Mr. Torrey's name into a conversation is in fact considered witness tampering, seeing how this person stated she was preparing her for court and reports. The fact being that the indictment of Mr. Torrey is forced by the Department of Human Services based on text messages that there is no proof of and is not admissible to this entire case. Mr. Torrey is asking this court to see the violations of due process of law and the violations of his constitutional rights and the many violations of others under color of law, section 241 and 242. So I sent that to my criminal attorney to see what he has to say about it. But I also sent the one to Rick, which I just worked on to today. And it says, in the Augusta District Court for Kennebec County, Vincent R. Torrey Jr., petitioner versus Maine Department of Health and Human Services, respondent. Writ of error and petition for a declaration of void ab initio. Introduction. Now comes the petitioner, Vincent Torrey, respectfully submitting this writ of error to challenge the actions of child welfare agencies, herein CPS, as void ab initio. This petition concerns the unlawful search and seizure of petitioner's children, which occurred without due process and in violation of petitioner's fundamental constitutional rights. Statement of facts. Petitioner is the biological parent of Arasta Torrey and Trinity Torrey with their date of birth. On October 10th, 2023, immediately following, CPS's seized the children without petitioner's consent and without presence any court order or evidence of imminent danger to the child. Legal arguments. A void ab initio violates of fundamental parental rights. The actions of CPS's seizing petitioner's children is void ab initio as they violated petitioner's fundamental rights protected by the Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution in Troxel versus Granville, 530 U.S. 57, 2000. The Supreme Court affirmed that the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment protects the fundamental rights of a parent to make decisions concerning the care, custody, and control of their children. CPS's actions undertaken without court order or evidence of imminent danger directly contraves this fundamental right. Lack of due process, the seizure of petitioner's children without proper notice, hearing, or opportunity to be heard constitutes serves violation of due process, rendering these actions void ab initio. Then I put in there CPS's actions undertaking without proper authority or adhering to statutory requirements of ultravirus and thus void ab initio. For relief, I put where petitioner respectfully requests that this honorably court, declares the seizure of petitioner's children as void ab initio. Under the immediate order, the immediate return of the children to petitioner's care and custody. Issues and injunctions preventing CPS from further interference with petitioner's parental rights, absent property court order. CPS forced my criminal case forward based solely on hearsay from a witness who coerced a minor into falsifying implications implicating me. There was no factual evidence, despite the pressure led to my indictment. This is a grave injustice. I need help exposing this misconduct and proving my innocence. Then I also added in there CPS negligence put my daughter, Hope Torrey's health at risk by failing to ensure she received critical medical care. This appointment, postponed until summer 2026, is vital to her well being. This inaction has potentially dire consequences. I need help holding CPS accountable and assuring the immediate medical attention Trinity deserves. Grant any further relief deemed just and proper under the circumstances. Respectfully submitted, Vincent Torrey. So I sent that to my CPS attorney to see what he thinks about what I've done with this. Hi, Herbert. How are you doing? He's like, I'm just doing a quick show tonight, Herbert. I'm actually going over some of my case really, because I want to help these parents out here to realize that um y'all need to talk with Ashley, who is on the show. She is very knowledgeable, as well as Darren, as well as Carrie. Um, you guys need to definitely get out there to Darren and Carrie and Ashley and talk with them, because they got a lot of insightful information that will help everyone, as well as me. Like, I'm trying to redo everything in my own way. People send me stuff all the time, and I put it into my AI and I rewrite it to what I'm looking for and what I'm trying to prove, and I put it in there and it rewrites everything for me. So they do have software that does that. All right, man, sounds good. I got you. Um, but yeah, there's a lot going on right now. They did find coercion. They're finding witness tampering. They're finding parental alienation going on in my entire case. Um, they still haven't contacted my sister, even though they have her email now. They still have not reached out. CPS is avoiding reaching out. And if they don't reach out by next week, we're filing an injunction motion against them for refusing to follow and obey a jeopardy order that signed by a judge. So these people do not care what you, I, or the law has to say. They think they're above the law. And it's time that we take a stand against CPS and we put it in their face. You are not above the law. You are not above our constitutional rights. You are a foreign identity that does not belong in these states or in these countries. And it's time that we take that stand. And if we do not take that stand together, then what the hell are we all fighting for? We need to come together and all attack CPS at once in the courts. We need to prove to them in the courts how these people are ruining all of our lives. Oh, the AI software. Um, it it's called. I ain't gonna say what it is, but this AI software allows me to put any documents that I find. Say, like, for instance, my Jeopardy order that I have. It allows me to take that, implement it into it, and it rewrites it and finds all the flaws, all the mistakes, anything with case law you can put into it, and it will start randomly putting it in order and then it will give you the best outcome of what it says it needs to be. It is, Herbert. I actually have court Thursday, this upcoming Thursday at 1 p.m. I am going in front of the Portland District Court, in front of the judge that's handling my criminal case, for my bail amendment, um, which should be granted. We filed the motion last week. It went through this past week, so he emailed me on Thursday to say that the motion was granted, that he'd see me in court. Um, so I'm hoping that all goes well. It states that, I can go out within a 20-mile radius of my home, so I can go around all of Sebago, right where I live, and within the extension of it, to do my shopping, grocery shopping, clothes shopping, anything I need to do. And it allows me to go to my sisters for visitations once they change the bail, um, or I can do visitations now, and CPS cannot stop me, because if they try to stop me, that's a violation of my constitutional rights, which it states in the Constitution that every parent has a right to see their children without the interference of any government identity. So if they try to deny my visitation, they can go back and say, well, now we got you, you're nailed. It's a direct violation of my rights. Yeah, it is, Miss Clearwater. It's an awesome AI. Actually, we sent Darren an AI too, and I think he's been playing around with that one. It's something new, but um, my wife sent it to him, so I'm hoping he's using it and learning some stuff with it. But I also have this other program that my friend Michelle sent me from California. Um, and it's called, I can bring it up to you guys. It's called app.hyperwrite, WRITEAI.com. And that one, it also has an AI built into it. I will type it in here so you guys can check it out. Because I feel that, in writing stuff and preparing stuff, this thing works really well. HYPRWRITEAI. All right, I'm gonna throw it in the box for you. It's right there. Yeah, it is a definite direct violation of my rights, Herbert. You're right. Um, so I'm working on trying to get their input. I mean, I know it's the weekend. Rick is actually working tonight, so I'm hoping I will hear back from him. CPS is using AI, but their AI is a failing system. According to the 2024 census that they did on the new AI that they're using, Katahdin, it is very, very much a failing system. Their AI is not taking to what they're using it for. Their AI is supposed to be for the initial conversation they have with someone to report you. They're not supposed to be using it throughout the entire caseloads, and they are. So the system is crashing and failing and creating issues and flaws because of them inputting all of this data into this system, and it's not made for that. So CPS is screwing everyone by what they are doing, and that is against the law. And them using it for, to create parental alienation is wrong as well, and that's what they're doing, because this program tells them whether they should reunify or shouldn't reunify. They use it against them, Herbert. They're using their AI software against parents instead of for parents. And that's wrong. They should not be doing that. And these oversight committees are doing nothing about it. Matter of fact, I just heard that the Ombudsman's program here in Maine is only ran by 3 people. Their supervisor and 2 others. That's it. I'm not sure, Herbert. I'm pretty sure that all states have an AI software as far as when it comes to CPS and DHHS. And I'm pretty sure that they all have one, but it's a different name in each state. They all have some kind of AI software. Every single one of them. You didn't have to retype it. I knew what you were talking about. But yeah, there's been so much going on in my case. And I'm kind of hoping that this weekend finishes off well. I work, Monday, off Tuesday, work Wednesday, then I got court. So I'm hoping that the judge will see the monotonous in this, because I'm going to bring this writ that I'm writing right now. I'm still not done with the one writ for my criminal case. I'm still working on it, still trying to let the AI sort it through and, make sure I don't have any flaws in there and nothing that will stand out. So I'm hoping to bring this writ with me and introduce it into my file, so that the judge will see. I'm not even going to tell my attorney that I have it with me. I'm just going to blatantly ask the judge when I go in to see her about my bail if I could admit something into my court hearing. And if she says yes, I may, then I'm gonna bring it up and hand it to her, or have the bailiff hand it to her, so she can see what is going on. Because she raised her eyebrow once, there's got to be another change, that chance that she'll raise it again. And once she sees that I just served the DA under color of law, because they know, they get a copy of that. And I'm sure the DA is not impressed like my lawyer is right now. He hasn't talked to me in 3 days. After I served the DA, he stopped talking. So I'm hoping that he's not ticked off at me for doing what I need to do. But I'm sorry, I'm not going to sit back and let this DA think that he's going to deny me my rights to see my children because CPS tells him that. This don't work that way. CPS doesn't make decisions. They don't have the authority to make that decision. The courts do, not CPS. I did have some people in the supermarket that wanted to share their CPS issues with the show, but I was waiting for the invite. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not doing anyone on the show tonight, as far as like having others on tonight. Tonight was just the basic. I was going to come on, share a little bit about what's going on in my case, what's going on with the CPS and criminal case. So it's kind of like a quickie tonight because I'm gonna be off here in the next 20 minutes anyways. I do have to work tomorrow, so and I'm dead tired. We were busy up until probably about 5 o'clock, and then we just died off for an hour. We picked back up for a little bit, then we died off completely. So I'm dead tired. We did a lot of money today, well over $5,000 from I'd say 11 o'clock until 3 o'clock, which is pretty damn good. Our labor was way under 18%, so our upper boss was happy. So is there like, I don't know, it says 3 people are watching. I don't know who else is here. Gary, are you here? Um, I know Darren's here somewhere floating around. I'm just kind of wondering what some of you guys think of what I'm working on and what I'm doing. Um, what are your thoughts on everything that I've said so far? Trying to get an opinion from some of you, I guess. My cat's over here attacking. Send you a link. Hold on, because I ain't got really much more to share, but I do want to hear what you got to say, Ash. So hold on a second. I'm trying to figure out how I can do this. Hold on, Ash. I'm gonna drop it in here, Ash, just so you can click it. I want to hear what you think of what I've done with what you gave me so far. Kind of curious, you know. Why I wait for Ashley. I don't see her yet. And give her a minute. I know it takes a second or two. I think so too, Herbert. Just because of the fact that I'm not doing it out of anger. I'm doing it to fight and prove my innocence. And I found out more information this past week that I haven't shared, due to the remnants of the case. I can't really share it to the public. So I can't really talk about what we found. Um, but it has a detrimental impact to this case, at least in the CPS side. See if Ashley's here yet. It says 3 people are here, so hold on. Let me check. Where's Miss Ashley? It's Ashley. You here?
I am here. Are you here?
So did you? Yeah, I'm here. So did you hear what I changed a little bit in that?
No, I was on the phone.
Overview?
I just realized the time and I just got off the phone with a friend and I was like, oh my God, I forgot about the podcast. Vinny's on. I got to sign on. So I didn't hear
Yeah.
anything until right now when I said, send me a link. so I have no idea what was discussed.
Okay. I'll read to you what I changed in mine at least.
Oh, for
And
the
what
void after.
yeah, but it changed it a little bit. Because I added a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I added CPS forced my criminal case forward based solemnly on hearsay from a witness who coerced a minor into falsifying, implicating me. There was no factual evidence. Despite this, pressured led into my indictment. This is a grave injustice. I need help exposing this misconduct and proving my innocence. Then
Oh
I
my god,
added,
good way to phrase
y-
that. I need to prove my. And I've never thought about saying that to the AI.
yeah, yeah.
Good one.
Then I put in there CPS's negligence put my daughter Trinity Hope Torrey health at risk by failing to ensure she received critical medical care. This appointment postponed until summer 2026 is vital to her well-being. This enacted has potentially dire consequences. I need help holding CPS accountable and securing the immediate medical attention Trinity deserves.
What did the AI come up with?
That's what the AI wrote.
Oh, that's what the AI wrote.
Yeah.
You should throw it in there and be like, throw it back in there and say, I need you to, or be more strong or more stern about this situation. I need you to be more aggressive with your paragraph, or how you're trying to explain it. Just tell it you want to go into more detail or more aggressive or more stern, and then it will pop out with something that's a little more stronger in tone. And it's pretty crazy when it comes back. So, oh yeah, certainly, I believe we should go into this deeper, or I believe that that's a great idea. I didn't take it into the depths that it should be taken in, and it will rewrite it,
Well,
and it will go in there and put it even more scrutiny on it.
because when I added the part about my indictment, I added it because my attorney said that they could use that as their way of saying that they were in danger. So I added it to see what it said, and it said that, and like I was impressed that it actually came back with something that was more tasteful than what I had written.
I'm sure those tasteful words were used in a better term.
Yeah, yeah. So this will prove to the CPS courts that they're because CPS forced the indictment on me, and I do have proof of it.
Awesome. I love
So
it.
they went to the Supreme Court in Portland. They used Kim Miller, which is the director of CPS in Portland. They
And
used her to get my indictment.
interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder how could they go about doing that though to get the indictment alone? That's kind of ooh,
And
another
it's based off of text messages. That's the kicker. Text messages that does not exist.
wow.
I
That's
can I
fucking
can
crazy.
let me read this to you. This will tell you right here that these are fraudulent and not even real. Um, I took screenshots of it to
Good
read
job.
it out to everyone. But this was December 15th, 2023, Friday. I met with Detective Lane to review the phone extraction details in paragraph 12. On this report, Detective Lane advised that she did not believe there was anything or investi- investigative value at this stage. Then she goes on and says in paragraph 20, after consultation with Detective Knight, she advised that she did not require any further technical assistance in this case.
Wow. It's just so crazy how they try to work every angle. Even if they get stopped at that angle, they just go ahead and weasel their way into another angle. It just freaking trips me out. Like it's like a nightmare we wake up to every day.
But the other part that they found, I can't say on here, I can't say it on the podcast because
It's
it kind of scrutinizes the
gotcha,
witness, as they say.
gotcha.
But the
Intimidate.
piece that we found, we can highly use it against her because it is a federal crime.
Do it. Maybe we'll talk after the podcast and we'll discuss that situation and we'll throw it into AI and see what we come up with.
Yeah, because it'd be interesting to see what it comes up with. Seeing how what she was doing was definitely a federal crime.
Yeah, sounds like it. Interesting.
Yeah, very,
Boy, we learned new
very,
things.
very, very.
So I learned today. I mean, I knew I didn't know that you. I mean, filing complaints for things that happened during your case. I get that, but I didn't know that you can file a preliminary injunction for your case, and that's just pretty much bringing awareness or putting the courts on notice of what is being conducted. And usually, a preliminary injunction is you saying, "I know what you're doing. Stop doing this right now. Otherwise, I'm going to take legal action." And if you do that in your case
Yep.
with everything that you seen wrong or everything that has gone wrong, like the social worker not showing up to visits or not doing assessments or doing the paperwork improperly and not doing their parts of the investigation, when you take all of that and they add up, or even if you file them all right now, it still gets put on your caseload or on your case record. And that
Yep,
goes
it does.
for like if you're appeal or if you are trying to fight it in court and you actually win, that will be considered exhibits and evidence showing that you've been complaining about this person or all the things that this person's doing wrong. And it's so beneficial in your case later, obviously, because there's documentation of these things going wrong. Like we say to take notes on your social workers, record everything, put everything on paper, take notes so you know everything that happened in your timeline of your case. Well, I didn't know that we should be filing preliminary injunctions in our case as well while these things are being done, because that makes it so much easier for your case in the long run to show how they did wrong. And it shows a timeline of them doing wrong the whole time. And it's so beneficial. And I had no idea. So
That's
I'm
why.
filing a whole bunch of
That's why
injunctions.
That's
What's
why
that?
you should always screenshot emails and text messages with these people. That's what I did.
I stopped talking to my social worker in person because the relay that was coming back, or after she would put it in a report, I was like, I didn't say that. Like she said one time that I was aggressive with the foster family because they wanted to cut my daughter's hair. And I was like, no, she doesn't need her hair cut. She's a baby, let it grow out. And she was getting a helmet put on because they flattened her head for not picking her up from a neglect. They didn't want to pick her up. I'm thinking because they didn't want to get attached. So they just like kind of fed her with a bottle while she's in a little sleeping chair. So the back of her head got flat and she had to wear a helmet. Mind you, she looked so freaking cute in the helmet. She was absolutely adorable. But they
See,
wanted to cut her hair
let,
beforehand.
let,
And I was like, no, no, no. And the social worker, they told
let,
the
let
social
me
worker about it. Go ahead.
let me read you this. This was at 5:05 p.m. October 6th of last year. The purpose of the meeting is just what I have said over the phone. It is to discuss all the concerns we have, to get information from you in support, and make a plan going forward. It is not something law enforcement attends. It's just for the department. They lied because there was a state trooper there. And I
Oh,
have it documented.
oh, wow. See, things like that. Glad we have documentation. I started, of course, recording everything, even though the social worker never came and saw me with my child. But anytime that I ever talked to my social worker or even my lawyer, it was all through email. If they called me, didn't answer the phone, I just ignore it, and they'd leave me a voicemail that way, so I had record of it. And so everything was done on email. So I have all those emails, of course, still saved. And hopefully they'll help in the long run, but they haven't really done anything proper for me now. But maybe I'm just
Just
using
like I
them
have,
wrong.
I have this one where they state that I gotta find it. It's right here somewhere. The whole time I was throwing case law at them and
That's rad.
my rights and everything else. I was putting it right out there to them,
That's rad.
and
That's
they would not listen.
I'm sure they were shocked that you even
Um,
use law.
yeah, they didn't like that, and that's why they won't reunify with me. Um, they they deny everything to reunify with me.
Got it.
Trying to find this friggin' uh right here. I am not talking to I just talked to your lawyer, not discussing visits via text. The Guardian, the GAL wants video visits to start. We can arrange your next family team meeting for December to discuss changes after a few video visits. Right there states I was supposed to have my visitations.
Right there. That's perfect. Yeah. That's so fucking crazy. Bad word. Sorry. Language.
And yet they have been denying me my visitations from the get go. That is a major violation of constitutional law.
Deprivation of rights. 1983 Act for sure.
Yep. Yep. Which I served them all under the color of law, from the district attorney to the AAG to CPS to all the caseworkers, to even the judge in the CPS case.
Crazy. I'm at your favorite place. Do you hear it? Can you hear the ocean?
Yeah.
'Cause it's
Yeah.
actually pretty
Hell
good
yeah.
today. You have just missed the
Oh,
sunset.
that's pretty. That's
Yeah,
pretty.
it's a big party here today with a whole bunch of people. Everybody's out here with their family. Too bad my kid's not here. Sad,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it is what it is. I have to work day by day. So yeah, a little down on
Parent
the.
classes. Debbie, does she have a reunification plan, Debbie? Because if she's got a reunification plan, um, her and her attorney can change that reunification plan at any given time. I highly suggest that you guys reach out to Richard Chipman LLC out of Brunswick, Maine, and talk to him about your case. Right there. Yep.
Sometimes it's a change of circumstances or a modification of visitation or modification of custody. That's kind of the paperwork
Because
that you want to look for.
well, she just said her daughter has to do more parenting classes. They cannot make her do the parenting classes if she's already done them. She does not have to keep doing them. That goes against her rights.
100% correct.
It's court, okay, court ordered, but she's had already done it once. So why is it court ordered again if she's has proof that she's done it before? Something doesn't sit right with that.
Yeah, there's something there, fishy there going on for sure.
Yeah. But I'm from Kansas. Well, then you need to look up Kansas laws and statutes, because it's the only way you're going to combat these people is looking up your statutes and your laws in your own state. You have to.
And the case law is definitely more positive. It's in your state as well.
Even reach out to Ashley to have Ashley help you, because she's very knowledgeable.
If you want to post my number, Vinny, I can't post on here, but you can post it up there if you want. And she can text me,
Yeah.
call me anytime. I'm West Coast, so I'm in Pacific Standard Time. I'm up later than a lot of the normal ones.
Let me right there. Okay. You can reach out to her. This is Ashley's number. Trying to find the little dash thingy here. Nope, wrong one.
I gotta show you guys my friend's dog. How freaking adorable. He sits up on top of the car all day long. He's so cute. He just hangs out up there all the time. It's hysterical. Toby! That's like his
There
little.
you go, Debbie. You can reach out to Ashley and talk to her about your case a little bit, and maybe she can help you and your daughter. That's her number in the bottom that I just posted.
And yeah, we are not lawyers.
We are not lawyers. This is for entertainment purposes only. We are not advocates. We are just here sharing what we have learned in our knowledge. Thank you, Darren, for pointing that out.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys.
Things that we have talked about and discussed that we know may work. We're not saying it's 100% would work for you or your case, but things that we've learned that beneficial to help them pop positively in their cases.
Right. So with that said, it's 10 o'clock, and my show usually ends at 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna do last words. Ashley?
All right, last words. Always fight. Don't give up. They are your kids. Don't ever give up on them. You're the only voice they have. And study case law. Start to learn things, because if I can learn all these things, anybody can, because it's really just a process of reading and understanding. So knowledge is power.
Amen to that. Darren, you got any last words? Since you're piping up back there? I know you can hear us.
There he is.
There's Mr. Darren.
Make sure you check out our show Monday night. It's going to be a doozy.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's supposed to be a really
good one.
Who's on Monday?
Oh, we're going to have a truth be known. Remember, Ash?
Oh yeah, that's right. I do remember
That's
now.
right. So
I'm excited.
everybody
Monday.
get ready for that. And then I want to talk to you guys after the show, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you want to do Google Meet?
All right, cool. Let's do that, because I got a couple of things I got to talk to you about.
Are we doing Google Meet?
Sure. I'll set it up.
Okay.
All right. All right. My last words for tonight is this: never give up. Keep fighting. Never let CPS in your door without a warrant or a court order in hand. And make sure that you can read that court order and that it is actually signed by a judge, not a notary of the public. Because a notary of the public is not a signature of a judge. So keep that in mind, people. Until Monday night, you all have a great rest of the weekend, and we will see you back here Monday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We are CPS victims hunting for justice.
Young, inexperienced caseworkers and polluted with bribes, high-priced bonuses for speedy adoption of terminated parents, and judges who don't practice law with the Constitution in their sights. This is a problem.
They take away the fathers, leaving just a mom and cubs. They know that with dad out the way, the better things will go. Breaking apart the family, destroying the American way. Our legacy is built upon our families of yesterday. Fuck CPS, fuck CPS, fuck what they doing. Fuck CPS, they need to be ruined. It's all about about the division of family services. You hear that the division, that's what they about. They prey upon the family, the ones that the dad's been kicked out. We can't stand for this abomination. This is the song that needs to play across our once great nation, making us aware of the problem, stealing our kids. It's not mama drama. Stand up for those who are lost to them. We need to fight for the family, making America great again. CPS comes along with the mission to protect. The only thing they are doing is cashing in those checks, paid for by the souls of the children, diagnosed by a caseworker who is still a baby herself. They take away the fathers, leaving just the mom and cubs. They know that with dad out the way, the better things will go. Breaking apart the family, destroying the American way. Our legacy is built upon our families of yesterday. Fuck CPS, fuck CPS, fuck what they doing. Fuck CPS, they need to be ruined. It's all about the division of family services. You hear that the division, that's what they about. They prey upon the family, the ones that the dad's been kicked out. We can't stand for this abomination. This is the song that needs to play across our once great nation, making us aware of the problem, stealing our kids. It's not mama drama. Stand up for those who are lost to them. We need to fight for the family, making America great again.